Hey, it's Gretty Orloff. Now it's really December 30th, 2020. Yesterday I said it was December 30th, but it was actually the 29th. So this is episode, 68 in the new numbering system. In the legacy numbering, there's probably over 200 videos. All available if you go to my created playlist and look for the one that says My Blogs from the Beginning, and you can watch all my old stuff going back to the summer before last, I guess, when I started doing this YouTube stuff. I'm back in the Bronze Age room, and thought I'd show you the Bronze Age Avengers comics, if I can get to this box here. Well, exciting things should be happening over the next week, but today I'm kind of spinning my wheels. So anyway, I'm just kind of going through comics. Remember this great one? Beware, the monsters are coming. This is a reprint title from the early 70s, and oh wow, yes. You know, the coming apocalypse that will happen probably next week, on January 6th. You'll need those gold coins there. But look at this cool 50s reprint shit. Available for only 25 cents back when I was in, what grade would I have been in? Wow, I actually have glasses in here. Oh, those are the ones covered in fucking grease. I don't know from what. May 74, so that would have been the end of 3rd grade for Gretty Orloff. Well, I hope you're all having a happy Kwanzaa, especially you out there, Kamala Harris. I enjoyed your video. I know you subscribed to this channel, and I enjoyed your video where you regaled us the stories of how you celebrated Kwanzaa when you were a little girl. Very, very believable. Here's the Demon. Speaking of Democrats, number 10. And number 16. I've got other ones. These are just not filed yet. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. Oh wow, I haven't been able to watch a lot of stuff lately because on YouTube because of all the holidays. But I happened to, I was watching Jambo Comics, and I stepped out of the room. My wife said, "Hey, he's talking about you," and I came back in, and because I planned to rewind after I came back from the restroom. But so thank you for mentioning the Gretty Orloff Network on your channel. Yeah, your collection's amazing. You know, I'm constantly humbled, and the stores you're shopping at. I mean, these new comics. This is comic book day, but I don't have any money to go out and buy anything. But I can look at people's new acquisitions virtually on YouTube. But you know, a new comic book is like $4 or $5, and Jambo Comics has got like issues from 1964, 65 of Strange Tales that are $5. It's like, I need to go to those stores, and I guess I'll be closer to those stores if we do make this hopeful, don't want to jinx things, move to that part of the country. But let's see. Next week, I think I'm gonna get on a plane, if all goes well, and go look at this house that or at least I'm pretty excited about. And I'll take you guys along with me. Yeah, I guess so. I'll show you the house too. Maybe none of you are gonna buy it out from under me, are you? Hopefully not. I don't think that the people that watch the Gretty Orloff Network are rat finks. Oh my gosh. Dennis the Menace. Oh, here's Here's the Demon, more modern Demon, with Simon Beasley art. What does the art inside look like? Yeah, you know, it's... The art inside is not quite as good. It's like, what the fuck is that, a panel? I got it for the cover art. When did I get this, by the way? What year? Does that say? Damn it. June 91. Yes, indeed. I may have to finish this alphabet. I don't know. I gotta get everything. I don't know what the fuck. But you came here to see Avengers comics. So, okay, these need to be moved to the Silver Age room. Boy, I miss Silver Age Dave. He hasn't been on in a couple of months. This is the Everground box. Okay. A box. Ooh, this could be it. No, that's an S box. I got fooled because it was like Super DC Giant presents Aquaman and I saw the A. Okay. A. Sit on it, you nerd. There's the A box. Oh, yeah. Red Sonja. Still don't understand why Conan is back at Marvel, but Red Sonja isn't. Because Marvel Comics, as far as I know, invented this Red Sonja. Robert E. Howard came up with the name, but the Red Sonja wearing this chainmail, all of this, you know, being in that same time period with Conan is all a Marvel invention. And I guess whatever changes they made to the characters, well, Marvel had the characters licensed, reverted to the Robert E. Howard family or association or whatever, but I don't know. I see Marvel has redesigned Spider-Man's costume again. So, like, what is it? Comic Pro Secrets showing it's like some kind of silver and gold and blue with shiny neon, and you can imagine how I feel about that, but it's just a marketing gimmick. They'll bring back the real suit. That's kind of one of the things that drove me out of wanting to collect new comics back in the, what would that have been, 80s, when late 80s, when they brought in the black suited Spider-Man, and which later morphed into Venom. So I completely missed the beginnings of Venom and all of that in the comics. So when people talk about Venom being really cool, it's just, I guess so, but it's just not really part of my childhood or my reality. And I saw the new, I look at what's coming out on New Comic Day, and I'm saying, well, what would I really want if I actually did have a little bit of money to spend right now? And it looked like there's a Vampirella imitation called Vampirus Carmilla or something, or that's made to look exactly like a vintage Vampirella magazine, comic magazine from Warren, and it looks pretty good, you know. And I never bought any copies of the Creeps, which is the Creepy. It's the same, you know. Creepy and Eerie were designed to mimic the EC Comics line that had come out 10 years before. And so then that company faded, Warren Publishing, that put out Creepy and Eerie. And now people are nostalgic for the old Creepy and Eerie and putting out imitations of Creepy and Eerie and Vampirella, which were imitations of EC. and Creepy and Eerie would use the old EC artist when they could, and it looks like the Creeps and Vampirus Carmilla or whatever it's called, try to get the old Warren artist, but not the ones that work for EC because they're mostly off in the great beyond now, but they try to get the ones that were younger then that are now older. And so buying, and it didn't look like it was $12, $13 like most magazines are. It looked like when I think I saw Comic Crypt of Castle Hills was showing a copy, it looked like it was just like $5 or $6, like a more reasonable price for a magazine. But yeah, I'll get, if I had some money, I would go get that. But although I think it came out last week. But then it's like, okay, you like Elvis Presley, but would you buy a record by an Elvis Presley impersonator? I mean, you sound just like Elvis. Well, no, why would I want to listen to someone sing Elvis Presley's songs when I could listen to the real Elvis Presley? Well, the real Elvis Presley's not around anymore, right? So, and the Vampirella that's put out officially today is not the Warren Vampirella. It's, to me, I don't think it is, but. So, alright, if Elvis Presley's not around anymore, what if someone really sounded exactly like Elvis Presley, but they had new material, and it was like listening to Elvis Presley putting out new records? Would that be cool? And it's like, well, maybe, because, there was just to be a guy, I think, out of England called Shakin' Stevens. It sounded a lot like Elvis, but he had different songs, and it was like, so maybe you could justify buying stuff from a company called Warrant Publishing, which even their title imitates Warren Publishing. But anyway, I don't know. I try to come up with reasons why I wouldn't want it anyway, because I don't have the money to buy it. Things are real tight. But if we make this, if we sell and move into another house, I think we might not be suffering as much financially, because we would come out, I think, ahead, and then I'd probably be able to go to New Comic Store Day and things like that, even though it looks like DC Comics is pretty much shutting down publishing, and Marvel's filled with a bunch of social justice warriors, and I don't know, maybe they do some good stuff. Okay, what I'm doing now is moving some of these comics so I can get into the damn box that's labeled A, so I can show you Avengers. Surely I have issue 1 of this. Don't call me Shirley. This is Hellboy, but it's Richard Corbin, and I would, and I'm seeing issues. Damn it! I see issues 2 and 3 of a 3-issue set, but I don't see issue 1. So that's something I probably need to get. Okay, let me just move this shit. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me sane. Yeah, I was watching a bunch of people, a big hearing in Georgia this morning all day about the election, and they're hoping they can straighten out all that mess. I just wonder what's going to happen with all that. Okay, let me move you. One moment. Shit. Why is there a pine cone on the floor? What the fuck is going on in my life? Why do I have pine cones in the inside of a house? What is fucking going on? Pine cones indeed. I don't know anything funny to say. I'm not in a good mood. Let's see. Motherfucker. Okay, what's in this goddamn box? Dead Man. Dead Man's Adventures, Voting in Georgia. Daredevil. Oh yeah, man. Daffy Duck. Dagar the Invincible. This shouldn't be in this fucking box. What the fucking hell? 10-cent Dead Dagwood comic should definitely be in the Silver Age box. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Dagar the Invincible. It's a Whitman variant. Oh my gosh. You ever heard of this? Well, it's like something out of a quarter bin. Dakota North. Reminds me of, remember Fargo North Decoder? He was in the Electric Company TV show. He was this detective that could read words. That was his power. He could decode words. That's old teachers speak. You know, you need to teach children to decode words. So they make teachers feel like they're really incredible. You're a decoder. You're going to become a decoder. All right. I think I got it, man. All right. Oh boy. Oh shit. This is fucking too high. Fuck you. You son of a bitch. You fucking cocksucker. You fucking piece of shit. I don't know if I would trust movers with comic book boxes. I guess I'd need to rent a U-Haul and move my most priceless things myself, but then allow the movers to move all the other shit. What do you guys do when you move? Because I haven't really moved in a long motherfucking time. I mean, last time I moved, well, you know, in the mid-90s, I probably had maybe 10 boxes of comics. And I think I just moved them in my car and then had movers move the other stuff. And before that, I was 11, and all my comics used to fit at that point in the bottom of this, inside these doors of this old secretary that I inherited. You know, my parents gave me. That was, I guess, a showpiece of their mid-century home in the 50s, and then by the time the 70s came around, that was just in the kids' room, and as they had bought new shitty 70s furniture, and you know, the cool 50s furniture isn't cool anymore in the 70s. Now we know better, right? Because all the 70s furniture is broken and the 50s stuff's still standing. Okay, we're here to see the Avengers. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Remember this shit when they brought this black costume in? Yes. That's a key issue there, motherfucker. I'll have you know. And I don't know. I'll just show you some Spider-Man comics. Well, oh, look at that. They got the black Spider-Man down there where the Mark of the Beast should be. Between science and superstition. Oh, let's see. What the fuck is this idiot fighting Spider-Man? Nobody expected it. And then it looks like I took a little bit of a break until Spider-Man solved the World Trade Center mystery. I didn't buy any Spider-Mans that whole time. I guess there's got to be more somewhere, but you can kind of tell I didn't like the black costume too much. Um, yes, indeed.
Warner Brothers presents
Archie Annual.
The Exorcist.
I'm still looking for Christmas comics for next year, man.
By William Friedkin. The Exorcist.
I don't know if that should be in the Christmas event.
Not admitted without parent.
Dr. No, beg from Russia with love, beggar.
Brought to Orloff, even fatter.
Now, here comes the
Fattest Bond of all.
Thunderball. Now, James.
So in a cup. So the new Sabrina starts New Year's Eve. Is it tomorrow or January 1st? I mean, the new Sabrina season. My wife and I watched that satanic shit. Arg, Atlantis Chronicles, Adam. Oh shit. Oh, here it is. Looks like it's going to be in 2 boxes. That means I have to find another box for you motherfuckers. Okay, so in this box, this is a really cool deal. It's recent. It's from, I don't know, a few years ago. It's supposed to be Avengers 1.5, but it's just this great fake Silver Age. Only thing that mars it is that Mark of the Beast at the corner. But I showed this to you before. It's got sea baboons. It's made to look like a 60s comic inside and out. Even the ads are made to look like old ads. So I loved it and I actually bought it. But the other day I went through my Avengers comics from issue 13 to 92. Well, with issue 9, let me move you a little closer. Because you're actually sitting on top of a comic book box. You are here. I have you up against the stack of comics. By moving the box, and then I'll put this tape here, and I'm going to put you a little closer to me so you can see the comics a little. On YouTube, this is a singer who, I don't think she's any more than maybe 20, 21, that sings these old songs, and her name is Allison Young. You should look her up, because I love her music. My wife hates it, but I think she's great, and it's really encouraging when there's someone young that isn't recording like wet ass pussy and horrible shit like that. Okay, so back to this. Avengers 93. Lighting's better in this room, I think. And people are online are saying, why are they making the Fantastic Four movie before an X-Men or a Deadpool movie? Well, because the Fantastic Four is the foundation of the whole Marvel universe. It's sorry that you only know the Fantastic Four because of some shitty movies. Well, that was 25 cents only because it was a giant-sized issue, which was that an experiment on Marvel's sake. But now Marvel's down to 20 cents, which to me is it has the stripe across the top. I call it a cigar band. I'm sure there's an official name for it. I think the letters are spaced out a little bit more than they were later. But it looks a little different. But yeah, this is yeah. That's 94. Damn. 95. Trying to get that maximum light. 90. That's not good either, is it? How about that one? 96. That's even worse. 96. That is Neil Adams, you can tell. 97. This one is a little toasty looking. It looks like it's seen some heat. like a garage or an attic at some point in its life. But I can't complain. These are all given. A lot of these were given to me as a gift from a friend. 98, also a little bit browned. Yeah, I love that. 99. Very similar to the little portals you saw at the end of the Avengers Endgame movie. In fact, they appear all over in all kinds of movies and TV shows, those little dimension portals. It's like I see them everywhere now. This is the big issue 100 with a Barry Smith cover. He was the big thing at Marvel there. After Stranko left, oh, I've got 2 copies of this. Well, that's because I had one on my own, and then my friend gave me one. So I think this might have been my own copy. Yeah, this is my own copy from years ago because I have it in Mylar, and that's what I was using at that time, the old style Mylar. So it's, I think the one mine is on top. It's in a little bit better shape. Okay, 101. This is Harlan Ellison writing the story. See? Harlan Ellison strikes back. Harlan Ellison was a big comic book fan. And he's a good writer. I got 2 copies of that, actually. This is my copy I had before. He was a little hard for people to get along with. 102. Be it his fault or other people's fault for being assholes, but he didn't suffer fools. A little bit of little man syndrome, I think. I think he was a kind of small, short guy, but a tough guy. 103. The Sentinel Strike. 104. This seems to have a subscription increase. For those of you that are new to the hobby, they would fold comics like this, so they'd be kind of the shape of an envelope, and mail them in subscription envelopes back in the old days. What a cool cover. 105. Heads up, people. The Black Panther is back. So it's a key issue, huh? I should send it off to CGC, right? 106. #107. The Grim Reaper is back, so it's a key issue because the Grim Reaper returned.
Don't turn around.
108. This one's a key issue because the Space Phantom's in it. 109. That tears it. I've had it as an Avenger. Right here and now, Hawkeye's cutting out. Seemed like the Thing said those exact same words a couple of times. This is a key issue because Hawkeye cuts out. 110. A key issue because it has an X-Men appearance, which actually, I'm kidding, but actually that's kind of true, I guess. few years before the new X-Men came along with Wolverine and all that fun. 111. Daredevil and the Black Widow. Her boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, so she shared the title. I think she'd already started sharing the title in the Daredevil comic by that point. 112. I gotta move slower. I was watching my first video and I was moving way too quick. It's like, here's the next one. Pretty good, huh? How about this one? And this is a good one. And this is a key issue. I was doing that kind of thing and people complain about it. I don't know why. You just gotta freeze frame it, guys. 113. Okay, so we've seen this before. You killed him, world. You killed the man I love. And I'm going to make you pay by going and living inside old sitcoms. 113. 114. You got your Mantis, you know, from those of you that only know Guardians of the Galaxy for movies. And if you only know, you wouldn't be watching this channel if you only know the movies, but anyway, Mantis, whatever. Oh, I got 2 copies of it. Yeah, I got 2 copies of it because I owned one already because, you know, this cover, and I like the female heroes, so I had bought that. 11. But this, we're still before I was actually buying Avengers on my own, because at this point in time, 115, I think I was just starting to realize that Marvel superheroes were cool. I bought Werewolf by Night and Tomb of Dracula, which I hear is going to be a TV show now. Tomb of Dracula. And that's probably how they'll introduce Blade, which is the appropriate way. Yeah, I didn't discover, I started Marvel through the Monster comics. And I'll show you the first Avengers I actually bought off the rack at the Fort Sam Houston PX at San Antonio when I was probably a 4th grader. 116. $117. Okay, then I moved to another box. So, good luck. Let's see if I can find that. Never fear. It shouldn't be too difficult. Well, it might be a little hard. Here, Bert will entertain you while I try to find the next box. Let's see. Bert, tell them something. Okay, Bert will entertain you while I find the next Avengers box. Oh, shit. That's X-Men. That's the wrong side of the alphabet. Mother. Ah, hey, that didn't take too long. Amazing. Incredible. I found them. Okay. Avengers 118. God! Son of a bitch. Avengers 119. And I have 2 copies of this, it looks like. Now, I don't remember which one I had before, but this is not the one I was telling you that I bought at the PX. But that little star tells you this was bought at the PX by somebody. This was bought on an Army, Air Force, Navy base, something like that. And soon, maybe the Space Force will have their own PXs. And I don't know if they still stamp comics or not. They probably don't even carry them anymore. 120. 121. Little ship out there. Horrors. It's not a... what will the CGC say? Oh my God. 122. You know this isn't a copy I bought because even as a 3rd grader, I would make sure that I got the spine perfectly aligned. But that's just how I was. The beginning of my obsessive compulsiveness. All right. Stand back, all of you. Attack the blind man and face the wrath of Mantis. Then the newest Avenger is also a traitor. The shock origin of Mantis. So it's a key issue, right? Alright. Suddenly, it says the Marvel Age of Comics is back. And how? 124. Suddenly, the Stalker. So it's a key issue. The Stalker, you know. You've all heard of him. He's going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe soon. Ooh. 125. It's got Thanos. Warlord of Titan. The mind-shattering menace, I'll have you know, of Thanos. Make way for the Marvel Age of Comics, Phase 2. So this was Phase 2. They were doing that phase shit even back then. Like we're going into Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, I guess there was a precedent for that. Alright, 126, Claw. He sure didn't look like that in the movies. Although it would have been cool if he did. Would have been cool if he did. 126. Oh, it's got the Black Panther, so it's a key issue. 127. Oh, they're in the Hidden Land. It's got the Inhumans. So it's a key issue. Ah, and here's the first issue I ever bought as a small fry. And this is my childhood copy, Avengers 128. This is the first one that I actually bought. And this is the copy that was gifted to me by my friend. And I'd say they're in about equivalent condition because let's say I'm in 4th grade. My friend was 7 years older than me. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's like a junior in high school. So when he bought this, and I was in 4th grade, so he's going to be treating his comics nice. Okay, so yeah, 129 was also a gift from him. Also in good shape. Kang the Conqueror. So it's a key issue. You know, I'm joking now, but actually a lot of these are key issues, so the joke's not working. I should be doing the key issue when I go through like Dennis the Menace comics or something. Then the joke would be hilarious. I tend to take jokes and beat them into the ground, like that severed hand gag. It's funny to me. 130. I kind of don't like that typeface. Looks too I like the hand-done stuff more than this machine-looking shit. Oh. This has monsters. The Legion of the Unliving. They finally admit that they're unliving, because it was always the living mummy, Morbius the living vampire, the living Colossus. They wanted you to know everybody's alive. Don't worry, Comics Code. I know you said we can't use the undead. Well, we're not using the undead. They're actually the unliving. They'll never say undead. They're scared. They're scared of the Comics Code. And the monsters come back for 132. Yes, we must fight on until the end. Wow. Imagine getting comics for a quarter, then new comic day mints. You could have done some. I can't. I mean, you get 3 comics and you've already spent over $10 nowadays. I just don't have the money. Soon it will be better. 133. Okay, 134. Actually, this is an important issue because in this they explain that the Vision is actually the Human Torch from the 1940s. So that's an important moment, but that's not something that's acknowledged in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So. 135. You imagine if they actually had the invaders in the original, in the first Captain America, the first Avenger movie, if they had him team up with other heroes. 136. That might have blown people's minds a little bit. 137. Okay. Gangway and Avengers coming through. Alright, so we got the Beast. $138. I think when I start moving the comics quickly is when I'm worried about. I just remembered I never erased off my phone yesterday's two episodes from the other day, so I'm worried. I'm using up all the free space on my phone, and this video may just end abruptly. So if I don't do my usual closing, you know, the video just died. Prescription death. For Jesus Christ, fool! You're no match for the whirlwind. First, I'm going to kill your wife, Avenger, and then I'm going to kill you. Jeez. A little dark there. Invasion of the 50-foot hero. 140. Oh, the Squadron Sinister comeback in issue 141. They're like a evil parody of DC's Justice League of America. I refuse to just say Justice League. They're the Justice League of America, and make sure you say that, because that's all part of the whole thing. Not saying Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas. All this communism, this Marxism, part of it is just calling these movies Justice League. Let's drop the of America, because we sell our movies in China and all over the world. Well, it's still the JLA, not the JL. This is 142. No, we're not conservative here on the Gratu Orloff Network. 143. We're a bunch of liberals here. We love Joe Biden. He's so great. Oh boy, what a great guy. 144. I think that my friend's gift had already ended at this point, and these are all ones that I bought off the rack. He stopped buying the Avengers probably, it looks like maybe when he was a senior in high school, and started discovering punk rock. This friend that gave me these Avengers, I'll have you know, when the Sex Pistols came to Dallas and played at the Longhorn Ballroom, which was a country western place, and the Sex Pistols played there. You can see film of it. He was in the audience. You know, that was the, I would have been in 6th grade. I would have been too young to go see the Sex Pistols, but he was in high school, so he was, you know, I'm sure at this point he became more of a record collector and all that, and formed a band and everything, and studied to be an accountant, and so he actually, you know, accountants, it's good. You can buy a lot of records. Let's see, 150 Avengers. It's the 150th anniversary of the Avengers. This is it. That was well timed. 151. At this point, they were using Jack Kirby as a cover artist for almost all the Marvel titles. So there he was back drawing the Avengers again. And here he is again with 152, which I think I have several copies of. I don't think they're bringing this character into the Marvel Cinematic Universe anytime soon. What is he called? Rise, Wonder Man, you shall become my unliving slave. See, they won't say undead. You can't get Marvel to say undead, man. They're too afraid. Another Jack Kirby cover, 153. I mean, you can tell it's Jack Kirby, but there's just something... It's like it's not quite right. Like something happened over the... Something happened in the late 60s. Something. Maybe his eyesight. Maybe he just needs the right inker. It's still Kirby. Here's 157, but you know, just like it just used to be much greater in the 60s. But you know, we all get old. Still, it's Kirby back on the Avengers. There's 158. Let's see how long he... Okay, then it looks like I'm missing a few issues. It goes to 161. Kirby certainly didn't do this cover. It's Perez and Marcos. So we're back to what Marvel really looked like. I mean, they were trying to use Kirby more out of nostalgia, I think, at that point. But, okay, 164. This shit. Well, you know, they used this triangle, they used this triangle, I think, for direct editions that you buy in comic stores. But this blank UPC code Mark of the Beast, I'm thinking this might have been in a 3-pack, like they did with the Whitman comics. I'm thinking. Someone like Metarog would be able to correct me. I don't know if this is a direct edition copy or a 3-pack deal. Okay, 167. Now we're in 1977. Wow, what a cool cover. This is Perez and Austin. Guardians of the Galaxy, but not the one that we currently know. But the one that may be in the new movie, because they kind of introduced them at the end of the last one, but that movie was so long ago we've kind of forgotten. Remember, they had Sylvester Stallone. Okay, so this is 178. So I was buying it every month at this point. 77, I would have been in 7th grade. Let's see how long I went. 181. Just really cool. 183. The Absorbing Man. You put boards in these, but since I don't have a board, you can see the Battlestar Galactica ad. That was really exciting for about a month or so, until you realized that show was just kind of boring. 185. Yep. Maybe all this Scarlet Witch stuff is gonna go up in value because of this TV show. Maybe, maybe not. Not that I care, I'm not selling this shit. But for those of you that speculate, and, oh wow, that was so exciting, and it turned out to be not as exciting as we thought it was gonna be, but I mean, it was still Star Trek. Star Trek 2 was more the movie that we'd been waiting for. 190. Okay, then looks like I skipped about 9 issues, because then I bought 200. So I wasn't buying it every month. Well, no, maybe I am now. Now here's 201. In the comics, for those of you that only know the movies, Jarvis was actually a real human being and not a computer. But in the movies, Jarvis was a computer that became the Vision. In comics, Jarvis was a real butler, and the Human Torch, the original 40s Human Torch, was actually what became the mind or soul of the Vision, whatever you want to call it. 211. They're breaking in because Captain America is getting married to the Beast, and they don't approve of the wedding. See, they're breaking in. We object. 211. I need to start listening to this music. I love bluegrass, but if I'm going to become a hillbilly, but since I'm related to Robert E. Lee, I have more claim to it than they do. 212. I'm also related to Kang the Conqueror. No, I actually am somehow related to Robert E. Lee. Supposedly. There was an ancestor named Lily Lee, and she was marched around in parades, but I can't find the exact connection. And my father tried to, it was on my mother's side. My dad tried to find the connection exactly back when I was in elementary school in the 70s, and he could never exactly do it, because back then, no internet, and if a church had burned, and that's where they kept the records, you came into a dead end. This is definitely bought at Lone Star Comics. And that's what direct editions, it was this triangle with black in the background, and then they put Spider-Man's head, and sometimes something else. Seems like they had Spider-Man squatting or something, I don't remember, in some of them, but this is 81. Yeah, by then I was buying most of my comics that weren't bought at G. Sanders Books. I was buying them at Lone Star Comics, yeah. Yeah, this one too. Ooh, cool. It's got Tigra and the Silver Surfer, so it's a key issue. Boy, that, I keep falling asleep. I gotta finish this Wonder Woman 84, but I can't get I just don't really... It's hard to get motivated because it's not very good. But I did wake up and see the battle. It's just the cheetah was really wasted. I mean, I don't like that actress that's playing her, and the cheetah, I don't know, the waste. I mean, why make her CGI? You just paint that shit on someone and you're fine. Vampire Circus, the Hammer Vampire Circus. That's where you need to go to see what a tiger woman should look like, or a cheetah woman in the case of Wonder Woman. Of course, Cheetah originally in the Golden Age was a woman in a suit like Catwoman, but I guess at some point she became an actual were person. This is 232. 235. Oh, look, and television. Boy, when video games look like that. How about that, kids? You want to go back to that era? 252. So we're starting to get to the era where the covers aren't very interesting and comics are getting expensive, 60 cents. And then, oh, they're not mighty anymore. 257, it's just the Avengers. We're not mighty anymore. Reach for the Stars and Donald Trump's Space Force. Okay. 260. And it's like you got an angry Vampirella looking on. I don't like the new logo. I bet I'm going to stop buying these here in a second. But I bet that we're going to have an abrupt stop. 261. See, Secret Wars 2. I mean, Secret Wars 1 was what kind of one of the things that kind of turned me off, along with that black Spider-Man suit. I know I'm saying blasphemy to you guys. 262. Boy, Submariner's face is a little weird there, trying to bring him back to, you know, in the Golden Age, the Submariner had a weird head that was like a triangle. In the 60s, he just looked more like Mr. Spock. 276, Marvel's 25th anniversary. They start giving Thor a beard around this time. See here, they got Captain America's head. I guess they changed the heads in these direct editions. At this point, the direct editions weren't triangles, they were M's. I don't remember. Okay, what did I get here? I guess I must have bought this because it just looked interesting. It's and it's the Avengers, but it's 48, and it's like, how the fuck did that happen? Do they even give you what it should be if they didn't change the stupid numbering? Oh, underneath, you can barely, it's actually Avengers 463. So I went from Avengers 276 to 463. I don't know what Avengers is up to now, but I think I only bought one other issue that had this cool, weird art. But here, oh, I have the specials at the end. This is the Avengers, Mighty Avengers Special, number 5. And number 8. Number 4. That's kind of important. Giant size Avengers. Sounds a lot better than giant size Man Thing. That sounds a little questionable. Here is the Avengers 379. Oh, I guess this is out of order. I don't know who this character is. Looks like a nude female Wolverine or something. What is this? February 1990. What does it say? 8? Okay, I guess they changed the Avengers up and made it really shitty. And then they said, oh, look, we're bringing back the original Avengers. Don't go away mad. And it's a double, you know, it's a... So I guess they started the Avengers over. Damn, I can't. How do you file this shit when they restart titles? And this is 30, I guess, of the restart. And 31. See, I'm starting to do that. Here's 31. Here's the next one. Here's the next. I'm starting that. You can tell when I get tired. God damn it. Only 50 cents. Maybe that's why I bought this one. It's got a cool cover. I don't know. They must have been desperate to get people to buy it at that point. But this is the one I was telling you about that had this cool art that I had to get when I saw this, and I was talking about this artist, James Stokoe. I looked him up online, but he hasn't really done a whole lot. But man, someone needs to get this guy out of whatever. What is he doing now? Does anyone know James Stokoe? Because I like this art. That artist could get me to buy this every month. It's cool. Then I got this one, Los Invencibles del Siglo XX, which actually sounds a little better than the Mighty Avengers. Como un rayo mortal del cielo. I think that means a deadly ray from the sky or space, yellow. Es una publicación más de editoria de periódicos. I gotta look at this. It's old. It's a reprint from the 60s, and it looks like it might be a reprint published in this. Let's see when this was published. 1970. Prueba su inteligencia. Fuego! I think that means fire. Ooh, this looks fucking cool. That would make a good poster. I like that it's in Spanish. Como mortal un del rayo cielo. You know, when they had to redraw it a little bit to make this in Spanish, because the words aren't just in a balloon, they're part of the art, and that's pretty well done. But here the art doesn't look like it's reproduced too well. Oh, what I don't like is this machine-looking lettering. It's not hand-lettered. I don't like that. At least you don't have to translate vroom. That means the same thing in every language. That looks a little like Peter Parker there a little bit. What are they trying to... Capacitice gratis, aprenda una profesión, solicito una besa o vuelta de correo. Oh, it's different careers you can have. They didn't have this in the original Avengers issue. Jesus. I don't know. All the ads seem to be steering you towards fixing televisions and electronics. Well, the Avengers. That's what I've got. I mean, I've got... I obviously don't buy it now. I think... the next thing I got is AV and 3D. Yeah, 3D comic with this stuff. Then the Avengers. Well, anyway, I guess in a couple of weeks we'll know about the Scarlet Witch Vision TV show, and then there's a Spring of the Teenage Witch show. Hey, what happened to, when is the last season of Better Call Saul going to come on? And then what else is important in life? You know, I never finished the second season of The Orville, but the third season, when is that coming? That's been... No one even talks about it anymore, but I know they were working on it. Tomorrow is actually New Year's Eve. You gonna go out tomorrow and catch COVID? Go out New Year's Eve? You better not, man. You better stay in and be miserable and sit around the fireplace wearing your mask, motherfuckers, because you're gonna go out and infect everybody. I like seeing these people freak out on YouTube or different videos on Twitter. You know, they're freaking out, yelling at people in stores that don't have masks on. You motherfuckers, you're gonna contaminate all of us. You don't see that in the Omega Man so much. People just drop dead in the street. You know, they were doing that in China. Remember back in the good old days last January when we first started seeing people just drop dead in the street in China? How come people don't? Do you think that was fake? Because people don't just drop shit. Don't just drop dead. At least not from what I've seen. God damn it. I don't know. I think someone's working real hard to make a deadlier strain to make sure we never come out of our houses. Did you see that nurse get the vaccine and she was doing a press conference? I'm feeling faint. She falls over. Now there's all these online rumors that she didn't survive, and that's sad. She was, can't really tell what people look like anymore, but she had really pretty eyes, so you can tell she was a really pretty young nurse. You don't really see people. You don't even need to, I grow this beard, but nobody knows because you have to wear a mask everywhere. And I don't know why women even put lipstick on anymore, but it's gonna, I think, like 120 years ago, if you saw a woman's ankle, it was like pornographic. And I think seeing this part of someone's face is gonna become really exciting to the youngsters when they get a little older, because they just never see it. We're starting to be real weirdos, man. I don't know. Okay, I showed you the Avengers. Why am I still here? Why are you still watching? Because you're gonna stick with me because I have nothing to do and I'm bored. And let's see, can I get through these? Let's see, I've got a little pathway to get through here. I don't want to knock down these American flag comic book that I bought and never read because it looked a lot cooler than, I don't know, maybe it's good now that I'm older. Now that we live in a more fascist society, that's a good look, man. Well, let's see. Wait. I gotta get that just right. I got it. Let's turn it back on. Got it positioned. There we go. There we go. That's a good look, man. Welcome back to the Gratuor. Oh, that's good when it spins, man. Hello, it is Gratuorloff speaking to you from the planet Ashtar. Oh, yeah, I gotta use that in the opening of the next exciting episode. Well, it's so nice to have had this time together, just to laugh and have a joke or two. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, what was that, Carol Burnett? They sing, y'all.